Welcome to week number 2 of Friday Football Fever, everybody. I am Mike Barnes, KV Sports. This is the last week for a couple of districts before district play starts next week. We're going to warm up with some great games, starting off with a playoff rematch. Last year, Vista Ridge and LBJ met in the playoffs. LBJ won after Vista Ridge had won in the regular season. Third time the charm.
More than 85,000 people here at Jerry's World up in Arlington, Cowboys Stadium. I would say about 3/5 Ohio State fans, and they are still here because the Buckeyes have won the national championship. Oregon comes in second, but you look at the confetti, you'd think they thought Oregon was going to win. All the yellow, where's the red? You know, Ohio State wore scarlet uniforms, very similar to what they wore in 1968 when they won the national championship then. Back then, Woody Hayes was the coach. Now it's Urban Meyer. He becomes only the second coach in college football history to win national championships at 2 different schools. He did it at Florida. Now he's done it at Ohio State. A huge comeback win, down 7-0, winning 42-20. The Buckeyes are number 1. In Arlington, Mike Barnes, KVU Sports.
Friday Football Fever started way back in 1989. Before then, I only count 10 UIL football state championships for Austin area teams. Well, since then, since Friday Football Fever began, 27. We could add 3 more to the total tomorrow. And winning 3 in one day, that would be a record for the area. 3 more state titles being won today in Houston. The first one is Class 4A. Waco La Vega had the lead over Argyle with just a couple of minutes to go. But look at Gage McCook, wide open. He catches the ball and he runs. 68 yards for the touchdown. Argyle on top. But La Vega gets the last laugh. Waco La Vega scores with 15 seconds left on the clock. Pirates get the state title. Congratulations to them. Houston and Indianapolis. They both have losing records right now in the NFL, but they are tied for first place in the AFC South. Chances are whoever wins their game on Sunday in Indy will win the division and make the playoffs. And that puts even more pressure on the Texans quarterback TJ Yates. He wasn't even on the team when the season began, and now he's trying to lead Houston to the playoffs.
We know how big of a game is. A bigger game.
How about the Cowboys? 4-9 on the season, but they still have a chance to go to the playoffs with a 7-9 record. Seriously, here's what they would need. They need to win their last 3 games, of course, against the Jets, the Buffalo Bills, and the Washington Redskins. The Giants need to lose twice. The Eagles need to beat the Giants and lose twice. The Redskins need to beat the Eagles and lose twice. It actually could happen. Odds are probably against it. Here's the funny thing about the Cowboys. They can make the playoffs. They could also finish with the worst record in the NFL and get the #1 draft pick. If you're a Cowboys fan, which would you rather have? Welcome back, everybody. UT Athletic Director Steve Patterson said he wanted a new basketball coach in place before the Final Four starts. Well, that's tomorrow, and he makes it with what everyone is calling a smart move. Shaka Smart replaces Rick Barnes as the men's head basketball coach at Texas. You know, Shaka Smart very loyal to VCU, Virginia Commonwealth, where he used to coach, but he says Texas is the place to be.
When I interviewed yesterday, I talked to Arthur and programming for this university.
Shaka Smart was making about $1.5 million at Virginia Commonwealth. He gets a big raise here, but he does not deny that VCU offered him $1 million raise to stay up there. But he says no, he wanted to get down here immediately and go to work with his new team.
I know it's going to take a lot of hard work winning championships.
Shaka Smart used the term raucous to describe how he wants the atmosphere at the Irwin Center to be. That's not very easy. We'll talk about that and more coming up tonight at 10. Chris, you are correct. Fans have to be excited right now because, well, the rumors of the football team's demise greatly exaggerated, in part because of the new starting quarterback. Check out the highlights as Gerard Hurd got his first start as a Longhorn quarterback, taking on Rice, and on the very first drive, he airs it out, going deep to Armani Foreman. How about that for a touchdown pass? Yes, Longhorns on top, and they never lose the lead. You know, Hurd only threw the ball 7 times, completed 4, but 69 of the yards came in the second half on his first pass of the second half. John Burt makes the catch and scores, and it's a 42-28 win. Texas beats Rice, a definite needed win for Texas after starting the season with a loss last week. It was also a very special win for Texas for special teams. We'll talk about that later on in sports. Live at the stadium, Mike Barnes, KVU Sports. You hear the name Johnny Walker in UT football, you have to clarify which one you're talking about. One was a receiver who got that game-winning TD against Oklahoma back in 1989. But before that, there was a running back who became a Longhorn legend, a legend who now needs help to stay alive. Johnny Walker became a Longhorn legend in the early 80s with his high-flying touchdown dives that worked for him.
When they called I Right 70, I went over the top and scored. And everybody's just like, what? So I guess that's what happened. I think Coach Akers was just as shocked as I was.
But things aren't working for Johnny Walker now, fighting stage 3 colon cancer for about a year and with no health insurance. This former UT star was ready to throw in the towel.
It takes a lot out of you. And those that are going through this and, for the first time, and those that are going through it, for however many weeks they've been going through it, hey, I have to take my hat off to them because it's a tough deal because I quit. I just said, you know what, I'm not going to do this anymore after 2, treatments, and because I felt it was killing me. And, and I just said, I'll just live however long I can live and just have fun and just continue, to be myself and continue to do God's work.
But his Longhorn family has helped Johnny Walker see the light. Former teammates like Raul Alegre have stepped in to help and to try to help raise money to keep him alive.
I wanted people to look at me normal. And so I just say to, those guys that have it, that are, ex-athletes or whatever, it's okay. It's okay to say, I need help and I'm sick.
The Austin chapter of the NFL Alumni tries to help former players like Johnny Walker. If you'd like to join their cause and help Johnny Walker, there's information on this story's page on kview.com.